Good afternoon. You are looking live at Duchesne High School here in Duchesne, Utah. I'm Mark Mason. With me is Kurt Skews. We're live on VTV Channel 6, and we have a great matchup this afternoon between the Monticello Buckaroos and the Duchesne Eagles. And Kurt, you've been around the Eagles for a lot of years, and the Buckaroos have come to town many a time.
Yes, I have. We're excited for the game to start here. Looks like they're getting ready to post the colors.
So here in the playoff action in Region 1A Sports, and just about to have the national anthem, and we'll let you enjoy that production.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, that's awesome.
Well, and we're back here, VTV Channel 6. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And Kurt, if you were to dial up a fall day of football, would this be the perfect day or what?
This is the perfect day. I mean, a little breeze, a little cloud cover. Yeah, you can't ask for anything better at the end of October.
Maybe a 5-10 mile an hour breeze coming out of the east of all things. I'm not sure if that's a typical weather pattern for Duchesne.
No, that is not. It's just trying to stand the trees back up straight.
Right. So here we are. We're at Duchesne High School, and the Eagles host the Buckaroos from Monticello. We had a chance to visit with Coach Arthur Adair from Monticello. His keys to the game, Kurt, and, coach speak, right?
It is. Start fast. Duchesne is typically not a fast starting team, and so if they can jump out, start fast, that will be to their benefit. Limit penalties. That's one thing. I mean, that's just a typical thing. You can't have penalties and win, and then play all 4 quarters.
Yeah, indeed. And then they come in as the underdog. They're on the road. It's the playoffs. And, Duchesne is a, traditional power through the years. You had a tremendous streak of championships, but you've got to play the game. And if they can do those things, they've got the puncher's chance. So
Yes, they do. Yeah, that's why they play the games. It's not on paper. You come and you play. You
got to play. And so we also spoke to head coach Jerry Cowan from the Duchesne Eagles. Same thing. And he was a little bit more – had a little more specific points.
So, yeah, not to give them any momentum on offense. No big plays and make them earn everything that they get. No turning the ball over, especially deep in our own territory, which has been a problem this year. And use home field advantage to come out strong. Last time we played, we led 7-0 at halftime in a sloppy offensive performance. He gave them a little pep talk at halftime in that last game, and they come out and put 35 on them in the second half. So he's looking to start fast.
Yeah, it's the tale of two halves, and with that, Monticello also knows that they can hang with the Eagles, and it's important that they remember, both teams remember the successful halves they had in the first meeting. And, it is the playoffs, and both teams a little bit out of their element today. The Milford bus had some troubles.
The Monticello bus, yeah. They broke down a little bit, and so the game's actually starting about a half hour later than we were supposed to. But you know, I don't think Coach Cowan's going to let that bother him.
No, so both teams' routines a little bit off kilter because of that. I know the stress level spikes when things don't go the way you exactly prepare for it to be. And a great view of the Duchesne Eagle huddle pregame here. We're going to take a very short break. We'll be right back for some more pregame and then the kickoff for today's game here at Duchesne High School.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6. Mark Mason, Kurt Skews, and we're just seconds away from the kickoff. The Eagles kick off to the Buckaroos. It's a deep driving kick, and it's a touchback.
Lamborn, Cade Lamborn, this is his first game back since the Rich game where, I mean, he's originally from up in Rich County and went up there and dislocated his shoulder in the game, and this is his first game back. And so first play, he puts it in the back of the end zone.
So successful kickoff for the Eagles, and the Buckaroos start on their own 20-yard line. And in the earlier meeting this year, Buckaroos played essentially to a draw in the first half with the Eagles. So lining up under center, Wilcox. Wilcox looks to hand off, and he does hand off and met at the original line of scrimmage by a host of Eagles.
Looks like Skews and probably Polson over there on that one. I imagine that was Weston over there. He's the outside linebacker. Number 22 and 43 made that tackle.
Ball carrier was number 26, Thomas Anderson. No gain, brings up 2nd and 10. Huddling up. So from the 20-yard line, and not often that you see an up under center offense. Buckaroos showing that 4 receivers in this pattern. There's going to be
outside, going to cut him.
Cut inside, and that was just good containment by the defense. And it was number 43 for the Eagles. Number 43 is Steven Skews, and he just holds the edge until the time that the runner cuts back up. Shannon Bradford cuts up, and the Skews releases his block and comes up and gets it.
I know Bradford. He's one of those names that I know from other sports. You know what I love about small schools like this is they're all multi-sport athletes. And so some of the names on Monticello I recognize from the wrestling mat. And that's one, Shannon Bradford. I've known him for years.
3 receivers to the left.
Going to go pass.
Pat looking up the middle. It should have potentially been caught. Talon Black, and maybe the ball was tipped just before he puts his hands on it. And incomplete, brings up 4th and 10.
It looks like Skews and Kilbasa almost run into each other on that play.
So punting situation for the Buckaroos. 4th and 11 from the 19-yard line, so a 3 and out for the Duchesne Eagle defense, and back to punt, and 2 Eagles at about their own 45-yard line. Very low kick, takes a nice Buckaroo bounce and gets to about the Buckaroo 47-yard line.
Yeah, Dallas Stewart just about got to that one.
So nearly a block, and they mark it dead at the 46-yard line of the Buckaroos. So a short field for the Eagles on their first possession of today's game. And, you know, it's a little different. We play all year long in the Friday Night Lights, and this one kickoff at 4:30 with the delay. And so here's a handoff, and boy, nothing there.
Nice tackle.
Upended by number 52. Number 52.
Paul DeAnda right there.
Yeah, Paul DeAnda.
That's probably a little payback. Those two met in the state championship wrestling last year.
And watch what DeAnda does.
Just a great double leg takedown.
Yeah, and that's 2 points right there.
Absolutely. We may be keeping score on this match for the rest of the game.
So they do give the Eagles 1 yard on the gain. Skews paid the price for that 1 yard. So under center.
Doing the Queen wave. We appreciate that.
Handoff quickly. It's all timing with the Duchesne Eagle offense.
Polson with
Spinning.
a run on that one.
Boy, and you get 3 yards after the initial contact. Weston Polson, the junior for Duchesne, gets close to first down yardage, maybe a yard shy, brings up 3rd and short. And look at the blocking upfield. And it's a pancake block.
And that's DeAnda is extremely fast, number 52 for the Buckaroos. Very good, but Polson just pulled out of his tackle.
DeAnda couldn't secure the wrap, so 3rd and short. Handoff to the man in motion. It's Giles. Giles trying to find the corner and doesn't.
Kind of outran his blockers on that one, didn't he?
So Giles down, loses a yard. 4th and 2. This is 4-down territory for sure. And I see no change except for, well, number 15 coming on the field for the Eagles.
Oh, that's they actually changed his number, 81. That is our quarterback, Jarrett Spencer. He's number 15 now. But you're right, they are in 4-down territory. Let's see if they go on 2, possibly to try and draw them off sides. Nope.
In motion.
Gonna
Hands
go
off
Skews right up the middle.
Skews gets the
and
first
it looks
down.
to me like he got it.
Up the middle. That's enough for another.
Yeah, and that's just what you need to do. The blocking at the point of attack opened up the hole, and then Skews just lowers his shoulder pads and falls forward and gains the necessary yardage. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They're at the 34-yard line.
Gonna go
Skews
same
again.
thing right up the middle. He's going to pick up almost 5.
They mark him down at the 34-yard line, so a 4-yard pickup. And those grinding yards, you know, right now they're 4 yards. In the 4th quarter, they're 15. It just wears out the defensive line as they have to tackle and fight off the blocks, and they're always on their heels. So the Eagles at the 30-yard line.
There you go.
One receiver to the left side, Spencer.
Oh, here it comes.
That cross.
Oh, there goes Polson.
Oh, Polson dives forward, gets maybe 3 from the way that it looks like on the field.
Going to give him 4 on the carry.
So he's
Bring up
3rd and about 3 on that one. Or coming up. Yeah, that's a little different seeing Jared. I've been used to seeing number 81 at quarterback. One of the coaches said, you know what? You're not wearing number 81 for quarterback. I'm going to buy you a new jersey, and as soon as it gets here, you're changing.
So much to the dismay of the announcing crew that don't have a 15 on there. Spencer looking
Going
to the
to
corner.
Lewis.
Oh, Lewis. And that's not pass interference. It's the right
like
call.
he slipped.
Yeah, Lewis, big, tall drink of water, just trying to cut back, and his feet slipped out from underneath him. And so this is kind of a back shoulder throw, and Lewis trying to get back to it. Can't do. Falls down. Pass is incomplete. 4th down again.
Still in 4th down territory.
Yeah, this is a long kick, so you're at the –
Yeah, they're not going to try and kick that. Well, Lamborn is back, who has been our kicker, you know. While he was out, we had a freshman kicking.
That's about a 42-yard kick from its current spot. That's a difficult kick on many levels of football.
Yes.
So help prep level 1A. So here's a handoff. Got blockers. It's Polson. Has patience. Polson met by number 4. That's Shannon Branford, and he's going to get tackled for a loss and turnover on downs.
For no gain. That will be 1st and 10 for the Buckaroos.
So the Eagles have the first turnover of the game just on downs, but the Buckaroos happy recipients of that. So no penalties, 1 turnover on downs, and let's see what the Buckaroos can do. Welcome all the Buckaroo faithful watching here today. We're on VTV Channel 6 streaming live. And so the Buckaroos at the 26-yard line, up under center. It's going left. Skylar Ford, Skylar's on the Eagles. That's Thomas Anderson. And Anderson plows forward for about 7.
Yeah, he did. A good run. Just got out there and a lot of blockers.
So they have him down at the 32-yard line.
Oh, they gave him 1 more yard, so 2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 4. Up under center, Wilcox.
Come back.
Handoff. Ooh,
not going anywhere that time.
And just in the backfield immediately is Weston Polson.
Yeah, and Jack Roberts, number 69, is in there on that one.
Oh, is it Roberts? And then
Polson hit him first.
Polson hit him first,
then Jack Roberts was in there on the tackle to clean things up.
Looks like Cade Lamborn was in on the party as well. So
I know he's sure excited to be back. It just about killed him being out for those 2 weeks.
So Polson disrupts the backfield and the defensive line cleans up from there. Up under center again.
Going to come and pass.
Wilcox looking to the right side, trying to find it. Boy, it's just it's intended for Talon Black, and he's trying to put a little touch on that ball and let Black run underneath it, but
just a little out of reach. So probably punting situation here for him, being this deep in their own territory.
Yeah, 4th and 7, you're at the 32-yard line, and the first punt did not go as planned, Kurt.
No, it did not. So, the last couple of games, Duchesne has ran back a punt. So, you got Polson and Giles back there, and if they can set up, wow.
Boy, nearly blocked again, gets off a beauty, fielded at the 35-yard line. It's
a,
on the ground, and boy, he finally,
Wow,
I thought that I thought it was Giles got his own, but
Chad Lewis actually ended up picking the ball up.
So many times, Kurt, you see a guy bobble it, and instead of just going on it, he tries to pick it up.
And it gets a little spooky when that happens.
And just like that, Giles, you think he has it, ball spits up, and Lewis coming back to help his troubled returner, and the Eagles fortunate perhaps to maintain
even get the ball back, yeah.
And the Eagles at their own 38-yard line. Spencer up under center. Hands off up middle.
Skews is going to go up the middle. Oh.
Wow, got a big block. Gets through with the arm tackle across midfield to the 40. The 39 is where they mark him down.
Bradford ended up getting the tackle on that, coming from the linebacker position, coming back and chasing him down.
So, wow, and he being chased down by number 28 for the Buckaroos. That's Paxton Lewis. Saves what looks like a touchdown to me. So Spencer under center. Spencer sets his troops. It's a hand up middle.
That was kind of a bobbled handoff, and there he goes again.
And with speed and power again, he's at the 15. He's taken down there.
Wow. Those are 2 big runs for Skews coming right out of there, just kind of waiting his time.
And watch the line block right here.
But
here's the opening. He waits for it, and then it's the cutback right there. And he's trying to switch his hands. Nicely done. And brought down by Talon Black and Gage Wilcox. Incredible run. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And why not dial up 43 again if it's worked that well?
Here comes number 1. Going to get Giles to the outside, bust that out.
Nice cutback block or run.
Hang on to the ball in there.
Gets to the 6-yard line with that run. So now the Eagles second and short and can get a first down without scoring. But from this place,
I'm thinking they're dialing up number 43. Just a hunch.
And they do. And look at the blocking. He's going to go.
Walk in, isn't he?
He doesn't get hit till he's a yard deep in the end zone. And so the Eagles take the early lead 6-0 on the power of Steven Skews. And watch here on the L&L Motor replay, just patiently waiting, and then burst through the line.
He didn't even get touched, did he?
No, he was 1 yard deep before number 52. That's David Fulmer. Oh, no, Deanda, excuse me, got to him.
Oh, and Lamborn. Lamborn's doing the kicking.
So you see the Eagles with their pink, and there's the kick, and it's low and blocked, and so a miscue on special teams, and the Eagles lead
6-0.
6-0 on a 6-yard run from Skews. And you see the pink on the Eagles, and that's a nice nod to a community member, Carrie Iverson.
From Tabiona, actually, just lost her battle with cancer and passed away a couple of nights ago. And so, you know, even though they are rivals of ours, not in football so much, but, you know, these communities compete against each other, but when it all comes down to it, they really, really do support each other. And so, our thoughts and our prayers go out to the Iverson family. I've known Travis and Carrie for a long time. Their kids, they've got kids in school, and it just, when something like that happens, it's just unfortunate, but the communities come together, and the Eagles are showing their support to them up there. So our thoughts are with the Iverson family.
And you wear pink to remember their Carrie Iverson, but also as a reminder to everyone out there, take time. You know, cancer screening is so easy if you'll just take the time to go and visit your doctor. So nice show from the Eagle community to the Tabiona community. And now Lamborn with the kick from the 40-yard line, the first one way into the end zone. This one's going to come at about the 5-yard line, and it looks fake reverse, setting up action for later in the game. And getting past the initial line is number 52, Paul Deanda.
And Kilbasa comes up with that tackle. Kenyon, which he, last week against Aldemont, the first 5 kickoffs, Kenyon made every tackle on the kickoff.
And that's the kind of stat that coaches notice.
Yes.
And easily have a game ball there. So that was a 62-yard drive for the Eagles to get on the on the board first, 6-0. Here's the handoff, and gets 2.
You know, the Eagles just kind of try and stretch that out there and kept him. It looked like they had it set up, but they kind of fought off the blocks and stopped him with just a block or a gain of 2 on the play.
So he advances the ball to the 30-yard line. First 2 Buckaroo possessions, punt. Let's see if
come right back up the middle.
Wilcox
not going anywhere.
And the ball carrier was number 26, Thomas Anderson. And look at the defensive.
Skews comes in and just dives at his ankles and makes a nice single leg. And then you got Verduzco and Betts coming in to finish up on the tackle. You know, 54 and 43 are such a great linebacking crew. They work so well together, Skews and Kilbasa. But when you've worked together since you were in 4th grade and playing the exact same positions that they did in 4th grade, they do well. Watch for the screen.
Wilcox rolling left, and again trying to find Talon Black, but that play, it seems like it's open, but it's got to be the perfect touch because they've got over and under coverage.
You know, Polson was right on his tail on that one. Pretty good coverage by Polson on that. Boy, that seemed fast. Those 3 plays went extremely fast, it seemed like.
And 2:40 left here on the game clock. And back to punt again for the Buckaroos. And back to receive. 2 Eagles sitting at about the 38-yard line. Oh, it's a fake. And
I don't think he's going to get it. No, he didn't get it, so they're going to turn it over on downs right there.
Not sure if this is a design fake or not. It is.
I think so.
He never once thought about kicking it.
No,
and
nice
there's a block. Could have been called a block in the back, and coming up and catching from behind is Gatlin Thompson.
Gatlin's fast. Gatlin is an animal.
Weston Nebeker, the kicker, is a sophomore, and you know when the coach calls that from the huddle, your heart rate goes to about 180.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368. Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Welcome back here to Duchesne High School, and the Buckaroos setting up shop at the Eagle 23-yard line after the interception by Talon Black. And Anderson, the ball carrier, and
picks up
gets
about 3.
Yeah, gets about
3 or 4.
They mark him down at the 21-yard line, so that's 2 yards with the official measurement. 28 seconds left here in the first quarter, and it's 6-0 for the Eagles. 19 seconds left. Looks like the Buckaroos will get at least one more play off before the end of the first quarter. Wilcox under center, has a man coming from left to right, has blockers out in front, runs out of room. Oh, boy, and you think maybe fumble as he's bobbling that ball while Mortenson's tackling him. And
Shannon Bradford.
Yeah, Bradford coming around here, and watch the block here.
That was a good block right there by number 20.
And then another nice block from number 60, Gage Wilcox. And
that ball
boy, that ball squirted up.
Yeah, it did. That was a great tackle by Mortenson, though. So
pinning both arms down. End of the first quarter here at VTV Channel 6, where the Duchesne Eagles lead the Buckaroos from Monticello 6-0. We'll be right back.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Welcome back to VTV Channel 6. Change of the quarter, Buckaroos. 3rd and 9 after the interception. Looking to pass, Wilcox looking downfield. Nothing there, tucks it and runs, and then tackled. It looks like it was Tyler Betts that got him.
That's Bama. That's the one.
And you think as soon as Wilcox tucks and runs that, by that time there's enough room, and Betts catches him from behind.
He has done well this year. I mean, he's only been here for a couple of years, but has done really well, has worked hard, and got in and made some good plays. This will be fun to see how things go here. If the Eagles can stop them, that'll be a huge morale boost for them and be pretty tough for the Buckaroos.
Wilcox looking to pass, has a man overthrown. Intended receiver was Max Heglin.
And probably should have caught that one.
Boy, as they say, if it touches your hand, you should make the catch. And the turnover on downs, so both teams turning the ball over, mostly on downs, but the one interception from the Eagles.
We've got a second here. I want to thank our sponsors today, Mark. L&L Motors. Our replays come from L&L Motors. They're the #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. And visit them in their new Buick and GMC stores in Roosevelt and in Vernal. We thank them for the sponsorship, having these, being able to live stream these games. Without them, we couldn't do this.
Indeed, we couldn't. So the Eagles have the turnover and come out unscathed, and now Spencer's under center has a man.
Skews is under center, and there goes Polson.
Polson right cutting back. Polson still on his feet, stumbling for yards, loses his helmet.
Helmet goes rolling. And
yeah, and you think you would know if number 43, Skews, replaces number 15. The stature's just a little bit larger.
Yeah, Jarrett's not a real big kid.
And so here we go. We've got the Eagles at the 34-yard line after a 17-yard.
I'm looking down here on the sidelines, looking there. Looks to me like they're doing some concussion. Well, it looks like maybe it's his shoulder that they're working on with Spencer down here. But we'll see. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on him and the game at the same time. But Skews is pretty excited about being under center. And here comes Giles.
Oh, big blocks out
nice
in front.
Block, and he's gonna
Giles cuts back and just runs out of room.
Yeah, he did. He's out there trying to follow his block, number 26, Skylar Ford, who's the freshman. Got a freshman in there playing.
Looked to me if he had just got to the edge, he would have had that, but a cutback by Clay Giles allowed the Buckaroos to catch up, but a successful run on first down brings up 2nd and 5. So now here, 2nd and 5. Skews surveys the defense. Skews hands.
Go right to Polson, right back up the middle again. He's going to pick up the first down and more, right to about almost midfield.
And it's Polson and Deanda just going mano a mano out there. And that's a first down, so Polson wins that battle. So nearing midfield at the 49-yard line. Skews hands up, Polson.
Polson again and up the middle again for another 6 or 7 yards.
So they give him 6 on the spot. They go across midfield. They're at the 45-yard line, and the Eagles go into a hurry up, just using that momentum in their favor.
And they are. You can just feel the momentum right here. And here comes Grail, going to try and outrun and going to lose a bunch.
And big time tackle by Gage Wilcox, chasing Grail down from behind, and loses 7 on that, brings up 3rd and 12. So, and watch Wilcox just dig in and catches.
Just a great play. A great defensive play by Wilcox on that one.
And Wilcox playing right there.
Looks like the Eagles will call a timeout.
So timeout on the field. Access live game coverage on the latest smartphones and mobile devices from Strata Networks. Choose the best devices from your favorite brands and pay nothing down with Strata Plus. Stop by a Strata store in Roosevelt or Vernal to find out more. Well, we're here at Duchesne High School, and lots of tradition for the Eagles. We had some footage from earlier in the game. There's an arch with a medallion that's over the arch. And what does it say on that arch?
You know, the theme of Duchesne football is out, hit, out, hustle. In fact, Coach Cowan, on his license plate on his truck, says out, hit. That's his license plate. And so,
and there you see the Eagles standing underneath the arch with the medallion and getting themselves worked up, and it's got the flags behind them, and here they go, led by number 43.
Steven Skews and Kenyon Kildassa, those two middle linebackers, been there since the 4th grade, right in the middle.
So lots of tradition in high school sports, and it shows itself here at Duchesne High School. And coming back from the timeout, 3rd and 12, 8:44 left, 6-0, a very low-scoring game to this point. Reminiscent
of
an
the first game.
Earlier matchup. Skews looking to pass. Skews has a man open, throws it. It's boy! Intended receiver is Jarrett Mortensen. Wow. Watch here on the L&L Morton
He
replay.
stepped right up in the pocket and good poise, and I thought he was going to get hit and never did, though. Just barely out of reach.
Mortensen there, and Giles couldn't get to the tip. Earlier season action, they did have a pass play just like that, and a tip over the defensive
in the North
back.
Summit game, yes.
So now to punt for the first time tonight, the Eagles punting from their 47-yard line.
Ooh,
and it's
kick.
A dandy.
Great kick by
Going to run out of
Polson.
the end zone. Boy, you hate to see a kick that beautiful, and then it just runs
into the end zone,
9 yards too far. So a low-scoring game between the two.
I want to thank another one of our sponsors. Ashley Regional has two great orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Burke Young, who has years of experience, and Dr. Adam Madsen, new to Ashley Regional. Adam was a quarterback for UNA High School during his high school years, and Ashley Regional is a strong supporter of local sports teams.
Well, Buckaroos haven't had much by way of offense. Now lined up at the 20-yard line. Wilcox is going to be under center, looking to pass, looking right, then comes back left. It's going to be a screen, sniffed out. Wow, there just wasn't much chance for that to happen. I think it was Dakota Young that got there. Or was it 72? My eyes
Gatlin.
are failing me.
I think that might have been Gatlin Thompson.
Yeah, number 72. I saw 32 with my poor eyes, but it was number 72. So.
You know, one of the things about Duchesne, why a lot of reason that they're so solid this year is they've got 12 seniors on the team. And I think about 11 of them play consistently. And so that's pretty tough to deal with, is that much maturity and leadership out there.
Wilcox hands it up the middle, and just nothing there. And that's number 57, Betts, with the tackle.
On the tackle there.
Very quickly. Another loss. That'll bring up
third down and quite a ways.
Looks like 3rd and 14 on the field. Wilcox coming in from the sideline. No, not Wilcox, excuse me. That's Spencer Knutson bringing the play in.
Looks like Skews just got the call from Coach Cowan in there and give him the nod of, okay, we will do what you say.
Wilcox has 4 receivers. Wilcox looking right.
Pass.
He throws a deep one. Has the guy. Oh, no,
Mortensen
picked off by
up.
Mortensen. Mortensen's at the 40. Mortensen's down at the 32-yard line.
Brought down by Bradford.
So Wilcox looking back to pass. You think he's got a guy open, but the safety playing deep.
Playing well.
Mortensen.
Intended for Bradford.
And he returns it up to the Buckaroo 32-yard line. So after the interception from the Eagles defense held strong. Can the Buckaroos do the same? and the Eagles in a scoring threat at the 32-yard line already.
You know, Skews is still on their quarterback, and I'm looking down here, and Spencer's taking his pads off, so it doesn't look like he'll probably return the rest of the game. And here comes Ammon Grell on the one that he lost 15 yards on last play, and now he picks up about 7.
Runs out of field. Otherwise, he might have gone all the way up to Roosevelt. He got to the 25-yard line.
You know, and the thing is, if he gets up and cuts it and beats those guys, there's nobody going to catch him because that kid is fast. He's the fastest kid on the Duchesne team.
So with the short field on first down, pick up 6 yards, bring up second and short. And Skews showing he has an arm. Is this the time you take a shot at the end zone?
I'll bet they try and pound it for a few and then possibly take a shot.
Skews up under center.
Going to give it to Polson and
why not
let
Polson?
him, yeah.
Waits, and then met by a host of Buckaroos.
Nice tackle by DeAnda.
DeAnda there, and Shannon Bradford also in on the action.
First and 10 for your Eagles.
Like I say, you know, Bradford, I've known him since he was probably a 6th grader. Just at all the wrestling tournaments that I've been around and watched him play or wrestle and play football. Very disciplined kid, real good kid.
Eagles first and 10. Skews, hands
Goes
off.
to Giles. Going to follow his
oh,
blocker.
Look at
nice
the guy
cut.
Back. And he just jukes Keaton.
Young?
Keaton Young. Is that his name? Keaton Young.
I think so.
Just watch this cut. Boom. And makes a miss. And
that kid is shifty. Here goes Polson again.
Polson hit immediately by Brayson Wilcox.
You know, that's a big Monticello name, is the Wilcox name. So with just over 5.5 minutes left to go, the Eagles are knocking on the door of scoring here.
Looking to the sideline, and tonight's game brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned. Find and like them on Facebook. Let them know that you're thankful to them for helping VTV6 bringing you today's game. So Skews under center. Skews, man in motion. Hands off. Whoa, hit as the handoff by DeAnda. Paul DeAnda nearly causes chaos there.
Yes, he did. They're lucky they got that handoff off.
So with a 6-point lead.
Just missed him. Just missed a block. But I think if they make that block, he busts that one for a pretty good gain. What are we? We're 4th down?
4th, and they're at the,
about
13,
the 12, 13, yeah.
13-yard line, and so.
I don't think they'll try and kick it.
No kicking game here.
But this might be a time where you throw it up to Lewis.
No penalties so far, and I have seen the Eagle offense go hard count. And instead of the Eagles.
Mortensen jumped too. So we'll see who that one's on.
Going to go against the Eagles. That's the first penalty of the game, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And so 4th and long now. Boy, that's a killer.
Kicking the shorts right there.
When your offense is about a 6 to 7 yard of play offense, here comes Lewis.
Those 2 clowns on the sideline. I know them personally. Little farts.
little mini Skews.
Yes, both of them were.
So Skews up under center.
This might be a time when you take a shot at.
Skews in the option. Skews cutting back.
Not going to go anywhere.
And so just nothing there. Wilcox, the first man on the scene. So
a good defensive stand by the Buckaroos. You know, get down in there in the red zone and stop them.
So the 6th turnover of the game, and the just incredible stop by the Buckaroos following an interception. Jaron Mortensen returns it to the 32-yard line, and the Buckaroos dig in and make a incredible stop there. So Mortensen hands off at the middle, and
Jack Roberts and Skews, and I think Kilbasa was in there on that one.
Thomas Anderson, the ball carrier, straight ahead 3 yards. That's just the old 30 dive.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, just hand it the fullback and go up the middle. So So now 2nd and 7. They're at the 23-yard line. Taking his time, Wilcox, 3:15 left. Wilcox hands
right
off.
back up the middle.
Trying to spin and find some room is Thomas Anderson, and puts 2 hands on the ball and gets maybe 2 more yards. 3rd and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Third and 4. 2:53 left here in the huddle. Robinson Dental is proud to sponsor VTV's coverage of high school football. Your mouth determines your overall health. At Robinson Dental and Implants, they will ensure you have a healthy smile. Call today to schedule one of our many services at 725-3368. And timeout on the field. Timeout here on VTV 6. We'll be right back. Well, we're here on VTV Channel 6, and if you like sports, check out VTV Channel 6's new show, The Sports Spin. Coverage this next week will include Game of the Week, which is this game right here that you're watching live. And right now, the Eagles lead 6-0. And the Buckaroos coming out of the timeout. This is a pretty critical down for the Buckaroos. 3rd and 5. They go to a power I set. And there's a rollout to the right, looking for his receiver. Has a man open. It's a completion, and it's Max Hedlund that catches that 1st and 10 for the Buckaroos at the 36-yard line. And you look at the way they set that up, Kurt. It's the power I.
Do you surf the net?
Run, it feels run, roll out right.
Roll out. Just hit the guy. And, you know, to the quarterback's credit, he has probably should have made a few more completions than he has. He's hit his receivers in the hands a few times, and they just haven't come up with a catch.
So Wilcox under center. Wilcox handoff up the middle.
Not going anywhere there.
That's Nebeker that just met at the line of scrimmage. And right in the mix of it's Tyler Betts, the senior.
On the play once again.
Looked good on that play. I mean, fought off the blocker and just in there wrapping up the legs. I mean, a good double leg.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
So Buckaroos 2nd and 10.
Which Betts will probably be our 170-pound wrestler this year.
And the Buckaroos, with 2 minutes left, had better figure out a 2-minute offense. This huddle up and gain 2 yards at a time on the ground will not benefit them with the clock winding down. Wilcox hands up the middle and diving forward for 5 yards is the ball carrier, 26, Thomas Anderson. Yeah, and look at this clock, just tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, they better hurry things up a little bit.
You know, they'll be lucky to get across midfield at this pace before the clock runs out. So 20 seconds between the last play and when they get up under center. Wilcox goes
somebody
forward.
Just got hit right. Got hit hard.
And there's dirty laundry on the field, so that's going to stop the clock. Let's see what it is. They let the play go, which makes me think
defense.
it's encroachment. So we'll find out once the call comes here to the booth from the referees. And ball on the turf at the.
But they're talking to the Eagles, so it may. Looks like Coach Cowan's saying move them back. And the illegal shift.
You know, and you think those are dead ball fouls, but they let that play, so that's a benefit to the Eagles in this case. So the 5-yard penalty makes it 3rd and 10. 1:08 left here in the first half.
And then the clock starts to run now.
3rd and 10.
And then they just don't seem to be in too big of a hurry right now.
No,
Maybe.
clock ticking.
Maybe they're
And,
content to go in 6-0.
and that might be a win for the Buckaroos
Yeah.
on the road. So rolling.
Roll out and look.
Looking.
Ooh.
Has a man
Grail's gonna
open,
pick it off.
underthrown, Grail, interception at the 44-yard line. And,
So.
wow, look on the L&L Motor replay. It looks like Grail's the intended receiver. And sure enough, intended receiver was Spencer Knutson.
You know, one of the things that Grail has really improved on is his hands. At the first of the season, that poor kid caught all sorts of heck from his teammates because every pass that was thrown to him, he would knock down. And to his credit, he's probably had 4 or 5 interceptions in the last couple of games. So, improvement. And that's what you want throughout the whole season.
43 seconds left. Here comes blitz from the Buckaroos.
It's going to go.
Skews, throws, Skews,
nice
complete.
Catch to Mortensen.
Mortensen, the clock's running at 37 seconds. And there'll be a timeout by Duchesne. We'll keep it here. The Savage family founded the company in 1946 with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah. And let's take a look at this replay before we get to that.
Good throw, good ball.
Boy.
I mean, that was great defense by number 20.
Yeah, Talon Black is and he hits the hands of the receiver as the ball gets there.
Yeah.
That window was about a 6-inch window. And
Skews put it in there.
Right. Back to Savage Trucking. Today, they are a leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries, including electric power generation, coal production, oil refining, railroad, chemical, oil field downhole services, and other industries. So Skews coming in on relief, and he throws a dime.
I've been talking to Steve where, he's my nephew. But he's just like, man, I'd love the chance. He doesn't really want Jarrett to be out, but he's like, I'd love the chance to be able to play quarterback.
The ultimate team player in trouble now. Skews stepping up.
Scramble.
Skews got some room. Has
gonna
one to
make
beat.
it.
And he's at the 20. He's at the 15.
Get out of
Hits a big hit. And he's out. No, they call it clock running at the 5-yard line. Eagles in business with 21 seconds left.
He really should have ran out of bounds. But that, I've known him his entire life. That is not his style. He is not going to try and run out of bounds. He better just, spike the ball. Good play.
Clock's
stopped it at 18 seconds. Like I said, I'm thinking to myself, you need to get out of bounds, but I know that you are not.
He's looking to pass. The pocket breaks down, steps up, tucks the ball, makes 2 guys miss with beautiful cuts,
and then
a
good
big block
by Chad
Lewis. And then instead of going out of bounds, let's meet at the 6-yard line, and he does. And so 18 seconds left. From the 5-yard line, there's plenty of time to do just about anything. And I believe the Eagles have 1 timeout left.
Should have 2, I'm thinking. Maybe. I'm not sure. But my guess is it's going to Polton right up the middle.
Polson in the backfield. Skews has the ball up under center. Looking to pass. In trouble. In big trouble. Throws it. Touchdown!
Gets it into Giles. Oh, my goodness.
If you can imagine.
How did he do that?
Under duress. Skews.
I think he may have closed his eyes and just thrown that.
Watch on the L&L Motor replay. He is under duress from the minute he snaps that ball. He uses his left hand to create space and throws that ball up. And right there, just hits a jumping Clay Giles for a touchdown.
Wow.
An incredible improvisation by the backup Duchesne Eagle quarterback. So going to go for 2 here, trying to chase the points.
I did not expect a pass play out of that. I really thought that they were going to go Polson right up the middle.
Skews with the pass, hands off to Polson.
Right there, and he's going to walk in.
And that's how you make it 14-0 with 11 seconds left here in the first half. The Eagles doing it with their backup quarterback.
So another sponsor we want to thank is being Aggie in the Uinta Basin. No matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words: Utah State University. Visit uintabasonusu.edu for details. So,
Wow.
that was a huge change of events right there. Huge change.
You go from the Buckaroos, just no clock management whatsoever. They throw the interception. You still have to go 66 yards. And then Skews coming in relief, in duress.
Makes a huge run.
Huge run, and then one of the more incredible under pressure throws you'll see a quarterback make.
Stiff arm somebody and just throw it right over their head.
So you've got to love it if you're an Eagle fan tonight.
And if you're a Buckaroo fan, you just got to be shaking your head.
And you think, how much more can we do? Holding them to 6-0, and with 11 seconds.
You know, and I think so. I think that would have been a moral victory for them to go into halftime at 6-0.
Yeah, and you look at the tail of the tape. I mean, it's been defense dominant, and one big play by the Eagles is the difference right now.
And that got up. That had some serious air in it. Deanda comes up, and Grail sneaks through and makes a great tackle on that one.
And that's just an intentional, let's get that clock to run on the kickoff instead of going deep. He hits one of those. That had some hang time.
Yeah, it did. That thing was way up there.
And you get your speedster on the edge. Grail comes up. And
so, what do you think they take a knee, or do you think they take a shot at it?
They don't have the arm to go very far, and disaster looms if there's a mistake. So they have the kneel formation, and that's how the half will end. The Eagles lead the Buckaroos 14-0. We'll be right back with some halftime entertainment. Stick with us.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368. Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
The 11-time state champion Duchesne Eagle drill team squad on the field now. Enjoy this performance.
Just a little information before your cheerleaders dance. The volleyball team will play Penguins tomorrow morning. So let's all show up. Spear bus leaving 7:30, I believe. And now, your Duchesne High School cheerleaders. Great job! Now we'll enjoy the next 10 minutes of your halftime show.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368. Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
It's given me confidence to know that I have the skills, I have the knowledge. It helps me reach one of my goals of becoming a director in the HR field.
I'm right here in my tribal community. You don't have to leave, and you're still getting a high-quality education. Students that I advise and I teach become family, and I hope that they consider me a part of their family.
Welcome back to Duchesne High School here in Duchesne, Utah, where the Eagles host the Buckaroos from Monticello High School. And with less than a minute left in a game that was nearly tied 6-0, the Buckaroos turn the ball over, and the Eagles drive 64 yards and score a touchdown with 11 seconds left, then a two-point conversion, and that's how we're at 14-0. Let's go to the L&L Motor replay highlights of the first half and take a look at what we have. And in a game dominated by turnovers, we're going to start right off the bat. Skews from the running back position up the middle for 6 yards, and then a throw intercepted, returned into Duchesne Eagle territory by number 20, Talon Black, and the Eagles defense able to dig in and keep them from scoring. Then a throw up in the air, picked off. This is right before the half. Jaron Mortensen brings it forward, and then, no, that was the earlier interception.
Yeah, and then this was Grail that intercepted this one.
And then Grail with the interception.
And then the scramble.
Here's the play by Skews, making people miss, and then refusing to go out of bounds. Right here.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world knows he should go out of bounds, and then Tim Tebow throws it up with jump pass in the middle.
That was a Tebow-esque pass.
Clay Giles, and then the two-point conversion was good by number 22, Weston Polson. And you got the future Eagles on the field, and a tradition like no other, the paper ready to be ripped by the football team. And wow, what a half. Just tail of the tape. Both teams played penalty-free pretty much.
I think there's only been 2 penalties in the whole game, right?
And both penalties were 5-yard varieties that killed drives for both teams.
Yep.
So even though there was only one on each side, both teams cost themselves opportunities with the penalties. Turnovers, the tail of the game. 3 turnovers to the Eagles, 4 for the Buckaroos.
And the Eagles ones, turnovers on downs aren't quite as detrimental as an interception, which the Buckaroos have had a couple of, or at least I don't think so.
Right.
Those are kind of a disheartening throwing up and think you got a chance, and then it's intercepted. That's kind of tough.
So both teams have 2 turnovers on downs, and the Eagles 1 interception and the Buckaroos 2 interceptions thrown. And also, key storyline is the injury to the starting quarterback for the Eagles. As you saw earlier, Jarrett Spencer going out, and not really sure. His pads are off. He's done for sure. We don't know what the injury is specifically.
I just got a text here. I text my brother, and he's in the locker room. He says he's not exactly sure, but I think it's these ribs. The doctors, I talked to a couple guys down on the sidelines, and everybody that's taken care of him has been checking his stomach, his stomach area. So not exactly sure. If we find something out, we'll let you know. But Skews has stepped in at quarterback and hasn't missed a beat, and maybe actually even a little bit more momentum when he is stepped in at quarterback.
Definitely has the ability to cut and run from the quarterback position, so changes the dynamics of the Eagle offense to some degree. And
yeah, with him in, he's not afraid to duck his head and run.
Yeah.
I mean, something doesn't look good, he's just going to try and muscle it through and just take off running, and it worked. The big 40 or 50-yard run down to the 5 where he should have went out of bounds.
And at halftime, we also had the 13-time state champion
the
drill
Talons.
team, the Talons.
You know,
and
they are so not appreciated. I was talking to one of the moms the other day about, she's like, I have to get my daughter up at 4 o'clock every morning. Those girls show up at the school at 5 o'clock every morning. They get warmed up. Their coach shows up at 5:30, and they're ruthless. They put so much dedication and time into that, but it shows. I mean, 13 times, who does that?
Well, it's a state record, all sports statewide. It's the longest running state championship run of any sport in the history of the state of Utah. I mean, that says enough right there.
They, yeah, they're pretty intense. I mean, they screw up, they run ladders, they run stairs. You don't want to mess up if you're dancing for the Talons.
So 2:59 till the kickoff here in the second half. We're going to take a short break here at VTV6. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
Welcome back to Duchesne High School, where the Eagles hosting the Buckaroos, and so far have not been gracious hosts here. The first half they lead 14-0, and just seconds away from kickoff, where the Eagles will receive the ball first. Mark Mason, Kurt Skews. Kurt's the voice of the Duchesne Eagles. We're so glad to have him here on this telecast, and with a 14-0 lead. I mean, you look at the half that these two teams played, and the scoreboard says the Eagles dominated, but that was as even of a half as I think you could possibly play.
The Buckaroos are really, I mean, they bend, but they haven't broke. They're doing well, having a little hard time getting their offense going, but their defense is looking good, looking really good.
And right now, the senior, number 43, Steven Skews, responsible or has had a hand in all 14 points.
Yeah, he has.
He ran the first one for a 6-yard score up the middle, and then came in with a big run with clock winding down, and then throws a jump pass with pressure, little strike.
Just a little squib kick.
So that's going to
Kenyon Kilbasa, and he's not going to run out of bounds either. I'm quite positive of that one.
Well, that's fielded at the 32-yard line. Then Kilbasa runs forward, and looks like they're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line. So immediately the Eagles start with great field position.
When you have hair like Troy Polamalu, you just don't run out of bounds.
I don't think they know what out of bounds is.
Those two? No, absolutely not.
So a short field at the 44-yard line. Continues to be Skews under center.
Spencer or
Polson
right up the middle. With a big gain.
And Polson 17 yards before he's taken down at the 39-yard line of the Buckaroos.
Well, it looks to me like they're going to go a hurry-up offense here. Skews goes over, and they've got some plays.
And you just felt that momentum shift happen after the interception by Giles.
Polson again right up the middle, same place.
And this is one of those where you'll see the Eagles same, lull you to sleep, and then they'll bounce one outside.
And then bust one out, yep.
So 2nd and 7 after the short gain by Polson. Polson lining up really short.
My guess is it's going right back to him. Nope. Coming to Giles to the outside. If
Giles.
he doesn't outrun his blockers. Ooh.
Giles still on his feet.
Good.
And then just runs out of bounds at the – wow, and I think he did just get the first down, yes, by 2 yards. But it almost seemed like he just thought, I'm done. You know, he's running, and right here –
Watch this block by Gatlin Thompson. Just knocks him over.
And then Giles just runs out of field, and Thompson's still blocking. I think he continues to block even right now. So
that is Gatlin. That's Gatlin to a T right there. Very quiet kid, but give you everything he's got.
Skews has
right
man
up the middle.
Polson lowers his shoulder, still on his feet. Polson's at the 14-yard line, and he's still going.
Uh-oh, we got a Buckaroo down on the field. Who's that down on the field? That's
well. Let's see if we
see that. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Well, I think it's number 26, Thomas Anderson, and he just kind of got bent in half when he went to go get the tackle, and he's laying down. We're going to take a break here. Injury timeout on the field. We'll be right back.
At B&D RV, we are the Basin's headquarters on providing affordable, comfortable RVs that get you out of the city and into the woods. Whether you're looking for your first RV or your last, here at B&D, we will assist you with your purchase. Stop in today and see our large inventory.
One of the most important aspects of injury or post-surgical recovery can be physical therapy. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, you will always receive one-on-one care from our 2 doctors of physical therapy. They also treat neck, back, muscle, and joint pain and tension headaches. They can screen athletes for muscular imbalances and treat vertigo. And they can make custom hand or wrist braces. If you need physical therapy, ask your physician to send you to the only physical therapy that offers one-on-one care.
We're back here at Duchesne High School and plowing forward to the 6-yard line.
Skylar Ford, the freshman.
Yeah, the freshman getting some carries. And you see the handoff, and it's just a quick action up the middle. He's got 2 hands on the ball, and he plows forward, makes it 2nd and 4. So the injured player for Monticello was Paxton Lewis, and he just went to make the tackle, and he just kind of got bent in half, and he walked off the field. We hope that young man's okay.
That's good. You never like to see anybody down on the field.
So Skews under center. Skews fumble. Oh, no. And the ball is still open. Who has it? And there's that exchange.
Thinking that the Buckaroos maybe have got the ball, huh?
Waiting for the call, and the call, it's going to be Duchesne ball, 3rd down.
I don't even know who came up with the ball, do you?
Boy, and that's where you just have the backup quarterback in, and these are the things you take for granted, that exchange. And right there came the Eagle from the left side, and I didn't see which Eagle was that recovered it.
See, is a helmet in there, and I have no idea who that is.
So, and then we missed, while we're doing that, we missed the touchdown. So Polson, quickly they get to the line and hand the ball off to Polson, and they score a touchdown. So while we're doing that, here's the replay. Going to hand it off to Polson. Polson
he just walks in, doesn't
goes
he?
in, and he's in the end zone before he even makes contact with number 20, Talon Black. And so now the Eagles
going to try
up
for the
20
extra
to nothing.
point. Lamborn's ready to kick, see if they can get a little better shot at it this time. A little better snap, and it's up and good. Off the scoreboard, so
21-0, and that comes after the Eagles start at the 44-yard line and make a 56-yard drive, capped off with a Polson touchdown. And the Eagles rolling now. You can feel the momentum shifting.
You really can. Shifted, exactly. You know, that was pretty disheartening for the Buckaroos right there at the end of the half to give that up. I think they were, you know, like we had talked before, that they would have been happy to go in at 6-0, and now, you know, they go in 14-0. The Eagles come out, put one on the scoreboard. Now it's 21-0, and it's pretty disheartening for the Buckaroos. You know.
So, yeah, indeed it is. 21-0, and 9:32 left here in the third quarter. L&L Motor is the #1 rated new car dealer in the Basin. Visit our new Buick GMC full-service store in Vernal. And want to thank L&L Motor for providing the instant replay that we've all enjoyed so much tonight. And the sun poking through the clouds.
You know, they just scanned a shot. The lights have just come on. You know, the sun's shining a little bit, but it's just such a perfect night for football.
T-shirt weather here in the end of October. The Basin not usually this kind.
Lamborn with a good kick, not near as much hang time, but right on the goal line. Oh,
here's the reverse going to the right side.
Going to give it to Deanda, and there's Kilbasa. The kid is a tackling machine on the kickoffs.
So the Buckaroos, with their first possession of the second half, will start at the 26-yard line. And you see the Eagles are loose right now.
Yeah, they're starting to get more confidence and starting to have more fun and let loose. And when you're winning, it's easy to do that.
Wilcox hands up the middle, tripped up by number 43, Stephen Skews.
He's playing a great game today. It's just playing a great game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and Anderson, the ball carrier, does get 3 yards. Second and about 7 for the Buckaroos. And the clock not running, but now they've got it going. So man in motion for the Buckaroos, and wow.
Runs right into Lamborn.
And Lamborn just being blocked, and he just patiently waits until it's time to shed the blocker and just takes the. So here you see the motion man comes across. It's number 20, Talon Black, And Lamborn just waits and waits and waits and then sheds the blocker. You know, if you do that too early, you go outside, you go inside, then the runner can cut you. You know,
and he played it perfect.
So
played the ball just perfect.
So 3rd and long with the second down carry being a loss, about 3rd and 10. Wilcox has 4 receivers. Wilcox looking to his right side. Wilcox throws and has Max Headland sort of open, but it's been kind of the tail of the passing game for the Buckaroos, a little bit off all night.
You know, and that was still, though, that was pretty good coverage by Lewis there. I mean, if that would have been a little bit shorter, Lewis picks that off and goes pick 6 on that. And so it was probably a good thing that he missed him out in front. Because if that pass is short, Lewis has got nothing but open field.
And so now punting Weston Nebeker. Nebeker had the fake punt. And
I don't think they'll try that again.
Boy,
Ooh, just about got it.
If
Polson's going to get this one.
Polson at
And
the
look.
42-yard line.
Oh!
Polson across midfield. Polson has one to beat. Cuts back in. Has blockers still on
And
his
he's
feet.
gonna go.
Polson's at the 10. Polson touchdown.
Wow, did you see that block? Did you see that block right here?
Yeah,
that
and
might
they're
be
gonna
the penalty.
they're gonna
that
call
might have been that block.
So watch this kick, nearly blocked.
Betts just about gets it and doesn't touch him, which was, I didn't think that he could stop.
And here's Polson. He's at the 42-yard line. It's the pancake block
Block
right
that
here,
one.
and it's a legal block. It was a completely legal block, but that is what caught the
I
the
think
flag.
so.
And it's a bang-bang play, and the referee sees it and just sees a kid going flying. And unfortunately for Polson, and you can see
Coach Cowan's not happy.
that is a side shoulder block, and it is completely legal. But again, that is just, it's real-time action.
And that's tough, yeah.
So
And when somebody's feet come up, that's kind of a hard one to.
So the flag negates the great run back by Polson, and the special teams for the Eagles does it again, except for the penalty. And that penalty is a big one, but the Eagles in great position again at the 44-yard line where they had their first possession of this half.
So we'll see what they can do here. Oh, looks like, coming to Lewis, and it's going to get wow.
Oh, wow, and Chad Lewis becomes a
the
defender. Right.
That was a great defensive play by the offensive player.
Yeah, Talon Black was in the coverage. Well, he came in from the safety position. Max Headland was the defensive back, and right here.
You know, and Skews just wasn't able to get enough on that one. They were right in his face, and it looks to me like they hit his arm right as he threw it. I think if he gets that one, Lewis outruns him and catches that, and that goes deep.
And Lewis so tall and has such good hands, he is a threat at any minute. So 2nd and 10 after the missed pass. So going to go right back to the air. They throw it, and it's kind of looks like they're setting up the screen. And
Not sure
Kurt
who.
potentially.
Intentional grounding. That's what I was looking around for somebody with a receiving number. And I'm not sure that there was one around, so they may have got away with one.
And the
there.
referees are talking about it right now. They may drop the flag. And there goes the flag. It does indeed. So it's intentional grounding. So they talk about it, and that's probably the right call, as even the biggest homer that I've ever met, Kurt Skews, called that against the Eagles. So.
Hey, come on. I'm going to call it like I see it.
So, and it's a spot of the infraction foul. No, it's just 10 yards from the and it's a loss of down, so becomes 3rd and 20. So that's a big one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and there was nobody. Not only was there not a receiving number, there was nobody.
Yeah.
So
that one's pretty tough to try and homer that one. And I try and be as fair as I can. And there goes Polson up the middle, and he's going to break one.
He's going to get it all back. He's cutting back across the 50.
First
He's
down.
down at the 42-yard line. And when you have 3rd and 20, why don't you dial up the 30-yard play?
Just give it to your great pull. Did you see Gatlin Thompson pull and make a great block there, and Polson just runs right off of his back hip, and
so
here they go. Here comes Polson again.
Right back to Polson this time.
Just
He's
going
met
the
by
other way.
a swarm of Buckaroos. In on the action was number 51, Keaton Young, and he had some help. So the Eagles facing 3rd and forever, 3rd and 20, and they give it to Polson. And the blocking up front, he's 15 yards down the field before he has to make a move.
Yeah.
Skews calling out the line adjustments. Blitz showing from the Buckaroos. They back off.
Going to Grail.
Grail.
If he gets to the outside, he's going to make some big yardage.
Grail with 8 yards, cuts back inside, and he's
spin
fighting for a first down. If he doesn't have it, he's very close.
That was quite the spin move that he made right there.
Boy, and it's the patience from the running back here as the blocks develop, and then cutting upfield north and south. And then watch the spin move right here. Whoop. And that's where he might have picked up the first down. No, they mark it just short.
But that was a great run.
3rd and inches.
Here comes Ford up the middle. Nope. Going to go to Dakota Young.
Young.
He's a speedster.
Young makes the edge. Young
He's
cuts back inside. Young at the 9-yard line, taken down. And he's at the 6 before they finally tackle him down, the freshman.
Sophomore. This one's a sophomore. I figured that was going to Ford right up the middle, but they come back. You know, one of those things, like you say, they just pound it up the middle, give you an opportunity where it should go up the middle, and then bust it to the outside.
And what a play. And
I like the way that he covered the ball. He's been famous for holding the ball out. There goes Ford up the middle.
Ford up the middle. Ford still on his feet. Ford down to about the 1-yard line.
I think they should give it to him again.
Ford.
2nd goal to go on the 2.
So they do mark him down at the 2-yard line. And reminiscent of their first drive, both drives started at the Eagle 44-yard line. Both have big plays. And now with 2 yards to go, Ford in the backfield, Skews under center. Skews goes Ford himself, Skews.
Touchdown.
And in one of the least dramatic touchdowns you'll see, he just bowls forward for 2 yards. But
I think he may have called that play himself, being a little bit selfish.
Audible.
Yeah.
Number 43.
That's not a number you see at quarterback too often.
Well, we've had quarterbacks at 81, 15, and now 43 for the Eagles this season. So, and now Lamborn in the kick, trying to push the lead up to 28-0. And the Eagles rolling. Low snap, gets it down, and that's probably one of the better kicks I've seen him make.
Just about went to Main Street, didn't it?
Yep, he almost put it in the back of the pickup going over to Vernal. So 28-0.
The Eagles are rolling, have got the momentum.
Enjoy reliable wireless coverage and unbeatable speeds from Strata Networks, the company that brings you more local cell sites than any other carrier. Nationwide 4G LTE coverage and the latest devices from your favorite brands at Strata Networks. And, you know, less football being played on the end zone this game than
I think they kicked them out. They've been over behind Monticello's bleachers most of the time because I've checked it out, make sure they're still playing.
Yeah, usually we see them on both end zones.
Yes.
But, so they're on the grass behind the Monticello bench. And Lamborn, you know, these kids in high school have, I think they must watch the pros because they have their towels folded perfectly. They have their socks in. You know,
they almost meet NFL standards.
Yeah, these guys almost look like they're ready for the prom on the football field.
Lamborn once again.
So see how Lamborn does. I'll bet he kicks it fairly deep, and I'll bet Deanda ends up with the ball.
They've run the reverse action.
Maybe not this time, unless they do give it to him. Nope, not this time.
It's a fake, and Thomas Anderson cutting back. Thomas Anderson gets to about the 24, 23-yard line.
Again, look who comes up with the tackle, 54, Kilbasa. I don't think that there's been a kickoff other than when he hasn't been in the last 3 games that he hasn't made, except the second half of the Wayne and the Altamont games when he's taken stats. But every other kickoff, he's made the tackle. And I didn't think so because he's on the other side of the ball, and he still comes up and makes the tackle.
So the Buckaroos now first and 10 at the 24-yard line, their own 24-yard line. Wilcox looking to pass, looking right side.
Number 7 again.
Oh, boy, and he's caught it. It's Max Hedlund, and Hedlund's at the 50, and he's got a fumble, and I think he comes back on the ball himself.
Oh. Chad went for the interception there and missed, and just number 7 made it. Hedlund makes a great catch, and Lewis just misses. He tries to step in front and just a step too late.
And then he comes
he comes back and strips the ball.
And rips it out, and then Hedlund comes back and gets it, and he's down at the 47-yard line.
Dallas Stewart was only a half a second behind to get that one.
So big play from the Buckaroos, get across midfield for one of the few times tonight, fakes the pitch, hands it off up the middle, and gets maybe 3 with the mark on the field.
Looks like the officials are stopping the clock for. Oh, there's a flag out there.
So the
Eagles.
pink flag, and this is a 5-yard face mask.
type.
So
5-yard variety, still a first down.
So first down for the Buckaroos.
And you know that's 20.
Maybe not. All right. So not a first down. The chain started to move, and that's what I was looking at, and the officials sent them back to where they were.
And they do mark the second down. The chain gang still hasn't marked as first, but should be 2nd and 2. But so Wilcox under center. Wilcox hands off to the fullback, and he's got a first down. It looks like to me maybe just short.
Kilbasa and Betts in on that tackle.
Ashley Regional Medical Center is a strong supporter of local sports teams, and they are now level 4 trauma center, and has recently been designated as chest pain accredited. So they've got 2nd and 2.
Because of the penalty, it was still first down on that last play. So 2nd and 1, a short one. And they're just going to go right back up the middle with the quarterback sneak, and he busts it out for about 5.
Boy, do that again.
Yeah, that's been about their biggest play other than a couple of pass plays. That one pass play right there turned out pretty well for them.
So Wilcox pushes the chains forward, and the Buckaroos had a drought of offense for the most part of this game, but have found their stride here in their second possession of the second half. So now under center, Wilcox. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Looking left side. Oh, hit as he throws. And that ball is intended for Shannon Bradford. And
Grell comes up and makes a great.
Look at the hit Wilcox takes
he
right
takes a
here.
shot by Mortensen.
Boom. It is a big-time shot, and wow, Grell.
And if Grell's a half a step quicker, he's going pick 6.
He's doing cartwheels in the end zone. He has so much time.
And it looks like Wilcox is down because he did take a shot from Mortensen.
Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on VTV Channel 6. So Wilcox takes an incredible shot from Mortensen. A little bit of trepidation for the Buckaroos, but he's up off the field, walks off. Hopefully he's okay.
Oh.
So
There was
and then we have a jump.
Deanna just jumped on that when I saw that. So, yeah, you never like to see anybody on the fields, but Wilcox is off on his own power. So Spencer Knudsen is in at quarterback, at least to take a snap. We'll see how Wilcox does if he stays out for a while, but didn't start out so well for him.
He walked off pretty gingerly.
Yeah,
so
he did.
I
Got his helmet off over there on the sidelines.
Don't imagine he's coming back at least in this possession. So the sophomore quarterback for the Buckaroos hands off to Nebeker. Nebeker trying to find room, and he is met by a lot of Eagles.
And I almost think that Mortensen got held on that play with two guys, and that was the two main blockers, and then there was nobody behind him, or nobody to block. And then a whole slew of Eagles were there to make that tackle.
Yep, including Gatlin Thompson was the first one there.
Yep.
So third and a very long 20 for the Buckaroos. And Spencer Knudsen gets the unenviable task of trying to get everything back on track here. Has three to the left side. He's going to pitch, going to be a reverse option, throwing deep, and it's going to be picked off.
He's going to look for a block by Gatlin Thompson, and then Kilbass is making blocks, and they're just fighting and just.
Thomas Anderson and Paul Deanne stopped that one short, but it's a reverse option, and looking to throw is Talon Black, and he throws it, and there wasn't a Buckaroo that was even looking for the ball. Polson intercepts it, and Polson returns it all the way back down to the 43-yard line. So
that was a nice leg tackle.
Third interception of the game for the Buckaroos and fifth turnover. So
that's a pretty tough situation for a backup quarterback to come in.
Yeah.
And try, especially when you have 3rd and 22 or something like that. Just a tough situation for him.
So Weston Polson gets the third interception of the game for the Eagles. Handoff, it's going up the middle, and for 10 yards, and then Ford just bowls forward for another 2. First down for the Eagles.
For being 14 years old, that's pretty impressive.
And Utah High School Athletics in 1A, take note of that young man.
Yeah, and he's got a twin brother, an identical twin brother, who on the JV team is the quarterback, Brock, and then Skyler is the fullback. And so that is quite the tandem there, the Ford boys. Exactly. Take note of those two boys. Here comes Grail. Is going to cut it up the middle.
Oh, you could have drove my pickup through, and he's
gone.
Got one to beat, and he is not going to be caught. And that is a big-time run. That's a 45-yard touchdown. And the blocking from the offensive line blew that open. Watch
the patience. Watch the patience, though. Kason Giles makes a great block. Mason Bells makes a great block. And then Chad Lewis makes a block out there.
And the speed of Ammon Grail. Wow, and you think to yourself, Talon Black has the angle.
He did, but Grail is so fast. That's kind of a funny story about Ammon that I'll tell you after this extra point during the Wayne game. So Lamborn's back to kick. Good snap. Gets it up.
Low kick, and he did get it in. Boy,
that one wasn't quite as high as the last one, but still, it counts the same.
So that's 35-0 with that play. Now let's go back to your story.
Well, Steve Skews runs one, breaks one, and it actually ended up on being Utah High School one of the runs of the week. It was an 81-yard run. And as he's running down the sidelines, Grail comes up and almost chases him. And he tells him after the game, he goes, you know what I was thinking? He goes, I didn't want to pass you and make you look bad. And Steve's like, well, thank you. I'm glad you didn't. So, but, yeah, Ammon Grail has just got speed that's just not normal. He is that fast.
And you saw that game-changing speed. Once he made his cut and went left,
there was nobody going to touch him.
Yeah.
And the guy did. He had a good angle on him.
Yeah, Talon Black, number 20 for the Buckaroos. You think, okay, he's going to catch him at the 20-yard line.
And he just blows past him.
And when he got to the 20-yard line, Grail was at the 10. So 35-0, the Eagles lead here. Quarterfinal action in the state playoffs. And it looks like this game's over. But we've got another quarter to play.
Yeah, but now the clock's gonna start running, or does it do that in the playoffs? I'm not exactly sure.
We'll find out in just a second.
Yes, we will. Lamborn, it's going to DeAnda, and the reverse, and here comes Dallas Stewart. Takes a bad angle, but it's still not going anywhere. So, good tackle there by number 13, Sergio Anaya comes up and makes the tackle. Along with a couple others.
So the Eagles have started each of their 3 possessions this half at the 44-yard line, the 44-yard line, and the 43-yard line. All of them defined by big plays. The last big play was a 45-yard run
by Ammon Grail.
And the blocking was so
great.
Incredible. I'm not sure he was touched.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't. And it does look like the clock's running. But Cowan's Cafe, proud to sponsor VTV's coverage of Duchesne's postseason football games. We're glad to have these games coming, and right up the middle.
Not much going, 35 seconds left here.
Like Jack Roberts made that tackle, was on the bottom on the legs, so they may get one more playoff this quarter.
They might, and we had Kurt up to the VTV studios for the Sports Spin, and on the Sports Spin, I asked you for a call. You said 47-7. It might get to 47, but I don't know about
think
the
that
7.
they're going to get to 7.
And so I went with you on the call of the week, and I had the Eagles winning by at least 40. John Nerdin, who does the Sports Spin with me, he had them only by 30. So I think I want all the Eagle fans, all the Eagle faithful to know that I'm a true Eagle fan.
You're a true Eagle fan. We appreciate that, Mark.
That's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a break here on VTV Channel 6. We'll be right back.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Come and see the professionals at Robinson Dental in Roosevelt. We specialize in cleaning, dental implants, whitening. Call us today and schedule your appointment. 435-725-3368. Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
We're back here on VTV Channel 6 at Duchesne High School, and the Eagles rolling here in the quarterfinals in their matchup against the Buckaroos.
Gonna roll out to number 7, and
right.
Dallas gets
has a man open. Oh, and he just throws it wrong shoulder. And
They had him beat, though.
Yeah, had a good 5-yard cushion. Headland expecting that ball to go inside, and it throws outside. He can't turn to get to it.
No, but it looks to me like that Coach Cowan's pulled out most of his starters on defense. The JV's in there. So getting some good varsity time experience because, the Eagles never – I don't know if we've talked about this, but they usually don't have a rebuilding season. It's a reload, and this is just great experience for these younger guys.
With the championship runs, and here's an open receiver down the field, and he catches at the 45-yard line, and then caught at the 25-yard line. He rolls forward to the 18, and so the Buckaroos maybe I spoke too soon. They're at the 16, and we said maybe they won't get to the 7, but they might just. And so throwing deep was number 16, Spencer Knutson, and his receiver, Talon Black, gets it all the way down to the 16-yard line. And so a few more of the seniors back on the field.
Yeah, I think they may try and shut them out. But they didn't put Kenyon and Steve back in.
Tell me Coach Cowan doesn't want the shutout on his record.
Yes.
So there's a handoff up the middle, but we're going to have a false start penalty.
They shut them down there. So probably going against the Buckaroos.
Well, speaking of Coach Cowan, we're going to have Facebook Live right after the game. Go over to VTV6 Facebook page, and you'll see an interview with Coach Jerry Cowan.
Mr. Intensity, Coach Cowan, on Facebook Live. He actually, last time he did that when we did the North Summit game, he's like, wow, I really like that because I didn't have to talk to anybody afterwards, and everybody was gone when he got out of the trailer.
Man in motion. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Bam!
Jack Roberts with a great stuff.
And then 4 of his buddies finish it off. You see Roberts right here just plows through the middle. It's on the blitz. And although he doesn't he does. He hangs on to the ankle the whole time.
Biting his ankles. And Jack's just a junior. So his confidence level is rising. He's strong. He's actually got a brother, Trent Roberts. I don't know if you remember, Trent was on one of the state championship teams that plays for Dixie down in St. George. So
timeout on the field. Let's go to Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned, providing power to the area since 1938. I want you to go find and like them on Facebook and let them know that you're grateful to them for helping us here at VTV6 bring you tonight's game.
Getting the power on, having the lights turned on,
you
can't beat it.
Right, so with the big play there, the Buckaroos get to the 16-yard line, and on 1st and 10 from the 16,
Jack Roberts comes up and just stuffs it.
8-yard loss brings up 2nd and 18. And so you don't think that the shutout means something to the Eagles?
Well,
then that happens. Looking to pass, has a man. He's caught it at the 18-yard line. He's juking, and he gets himself in the end zone. And that's a nice play by the Buckaroos to get on the board. And the receiver, Max Hedlund, does the work after he catches it about the 18-yard line. You see Spencer Knudsen dropping back, and it's great pass protection. And then Hedlund makes the move, catches it at the 18-yard line.
Good route that he ran. Just cut right up under the defender and just ran a great route.
So they finally do get on the boards with 6 points right here at the beginning part of the 4th quarter. And got
13.
too many men on the field.
Get him off the field and see how the kicking game is.
Kick is blocked.
No good. Gatlin Thompson. In the last game, Gatlin blocked a extra point, actually blocked a punt, hit the ground, picked it up, and scored a touchdown last game.
We had that play on the
Yes, you did, on the Sports Spin. I saw that today.
If you would like to vote for that play, you can do so by going to Twitter at the Sports Spin or VTV Channel 6 Facebook page. If you're an Eagle faithful and you want to see one of the Eagles win the L&L Motor Monster Replay of the Week, go out and vote for him. He's going against 2 UNA High plays, so maybe the Utes will split their votes, and the Eagles
can pick it up.
Pick it up.
Go. Third party, I guess, huh? Is that what you call that?
I'd like to see one day, and I know it'll never happen, I'd like to see the Eagles go up to UNA and have a game against the Utes. I think the way the Eagles play football, I think that'd be a competitive match. But
that would be a lot of fun.
So as we wait for the teams to come onto the field. The Savage family founded Savage Trucking in 1946 with a single truck hauling coal and timber in Utah. Today they are a leader in supply chain management solutions, and we're grateful to them helping VTV Channel 6 bring you today's game. Tonight's I'm kind of caught up. I guess it's getting to tonight right now, isn't it?
Yes.
And there's a little pooch kick.
Pooch kick. Better pick that.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And the Eagles got a lucky bounce, and it bounces.
Right to Dallas Stewart. And he's running backwards, and it bounces right into his hands.
And that's just lucky. You know, so Eagles, after allowing the first touchdown of the game to the Buckaroos, set up at their own 37-yard line. And
see who we got in. Looks like okay. So here comes the JV. So here's the two Ford boys, number 5 and number 26. So we'll see what they can do. So this is Brock, number 5, and number 26 is Skyler. Like I said, the rest of 1A for the next 4 years had better take note of those two boys.
So on first down, handoff to Skyler Ford, and he goes forward for about 3 yards, brings up 2nd and 7. Clock running. No, did they? Does it run? Yeah, it runs here only because they ran it.
Yeah, and I think they have to get.
You have to have a 35-point spread.
Lead.
Yep. So Ford up under center. Ford coming in on relief here. Hands off. It's an end around.
There goes Dakota Young, the speedster, going to get out and going to get the first down. It looks to me like it's like they got the. They stop on the clock.
Mark it right where the flag is, and it runs out of bounds. Looks like a first down. It is. The chain gang moves forward. So at the 47-yard line, the Eagles moving, even with the relief squad.
Yeah, Young is just a sophomore. With this experience, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with next year. Get a little bit more size on him, a year of growth. Get him in the weight room. Coach Cowan gets him in the weight room, puts 10 pounds on him. He will be a force to be reckoned with.
Freshman under center. Puts his man in motion. Hands off to his brother. Sheds the first tackler. Gets to the 49-yard line. Trying to get to midfield, and they mark him there. So 2nd and 7, right at midfield for the Eagles.
So I think, Coach Cowan's just going to keep it that way and just keep pounding it to Ford and bump it out every once in a while to Young. And just get out and make sure nobody gets hurt.
Blitz showing from the Buckaroos. Looking to pass. Has a guy open, but couldn't hit him because he just had to throw before he was ready.
Wasn't able to get his feet set. Or else he makes that throw. He's got a pretty good arm on him.
Intended receiver was Anya. And, just couldn't get anything. Couldn't get any mustard on that ball.
No. Throwing off your back foot's pretty tough.
Right. So back up under center is going to be Ford. They're at the 50, 5:56 left here in the game. They're just going to let that clock run, waiting for the 5-second signal from. There's a handoff up the middle.
And Deanda comes in and makes that tackle, which he has made a ton of tackles today. He's just a tough ball player, good athlete. And looks like they're going to bring in the punt team. I think either that or they're going to try. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh.
So
what is going on? What's Clay doing? I'm not exactly sure what Clay was doing on that.
That's the Three Stooges routine until they
Yeah.
finally get set. So first punt of the game for the
Second
Eagles. Oh, second punt. Yes,
Remember,
you're right.
because Polson put it down. Oh. Maybe he should have stayed back there because they had Giles right in the face.
I think he made the first contact about the 27-yard line, and that's where they walked back to and set the football. So, well, Aggies are everywhere with two convenient locations in Vernal and Roosevelt. USU Uinta Basin makes a college degree possible with your schedule in your hometown. Visit uintabasin.usu.edu for details. So 4:45 left, and Eagles punt after getting to midfield.
And it looks like they just put in the first team, punt team, just to get that one away, and now the JV defense is back in. So if they can keep from giving up big plays this, we're just under 4.5 minutes to go. Right there, a whole slew of them. Betts is still in, so haven't pulled everybody out, but Betts comes in and makes a tackle, and I know Dylan Moon is in there. He's a sneaky little feller, number 64, not very big, right about 110 pounds. But if you want to talk about heart, that's the biggest guy on the field.
So no gain on first down, brings up 2nd and 10. 4 minutes left here in the game. So in relief has been Spencer Knudsen for the Eagles, and he's played a fair game, and there's going to be an offsides. Did they get a flinch?
Looks to me like it's going against Monticello. Oh, no. Oh, it was. Yep.
Yeah. False start on Monticello. That's only their second penalty of the second half. 15 yards in penalties for the game for Monticello, so it's been a really well-disciplined game for the Buckaroos. And the Eagles have about 30 yards, so both teams playing pretty clean football out there.
They really are. The Eagles have only had a couple of penalties, haven't they?
Yeah, one of them was a big one.
It was big, yes.
So
look at Dylan. He's in there. And nice catch. Nice catch.
And it's working again, that connection to Knudsen. And, Hedglund, it's Knudsen to Hedglund. He's rolling out to his right, looking downfield.
I just want to mention again, Strata, thanks for bringing these to us. I just actually got a text on my phone from somebody in Missouri that's watching this game on the internet. So, without them, these games are so local and small. Sometimes it doesn't seem like they get out there, but there's people all over the country that watch these games, and so we're thankful for them to be in the sponsors and covering high school football.
So clock at 2:55, all the way from Missouri.
All the way from Missouri. Yep.
Missouri is a great place to live in October and March. Otherwise, it's cold and humid in the winter and cold and hot in the summer.
And just hot and humid, and yes.
I've never felt humidity on either side of that coin that was as bad as Missouri.
Like to thank our sponsors, and again, like to thank our football.
Knudsen getting his charges in the right spot. Blitz from the Eagles. Rolling to his left this time. Under pressure.
Number 20, and it's going to get picked off by Dakota Young. And they threw a flag on the play, and he's going to return.
He's down to the 30. And he's still on his feet and down at the 21-yard line. Are they going to call flag? Is it offensive interference? We're going to see what the call is. Both teams are heading back.
Yep, that one's coming back, and that's going to be a first down and more. It looked good to me.
Yes, so the pass interference call on 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
We'll see how.
41-yard line, and so
on the replay, let's watch this. See how much he gets on him, because it looked actually pretty good, but I don't know that it looked to me like he almost tripped, but it was a great return by Young.
15-yard penalty pushes the ball into Eagle territory. They're at the 44-yard line, and 3 receivers to the left.
I think they're going to go back that way.
He's looking right. He's in
Dylan.
trouble.
Dylan.
Uses his athleticism, lays the tacklers, and makes an incredible play out of nothing. Knudsen for the Buckaroos.
Dylan, just being 105 pounds, who was that? Was that him? I'm not exactly sure who that was.
Well done by that young man, the sophomore quarterback for the Buckaroos.
Yeah, that was a great play to break the tackle and get out. So that might be somebody to watch here in the future too, is Knudsen, because he's looking good, looking really good here.
Knudsen has 5 receivers in the pattern right now, looking
dropping
left
back,
side, has some pressure, and this time he gets sacked by a 2-yard loss.
Skylar Ford coming in. He does it on both sides of the ball. It was the fullback, and then he just comes in and makes a great play. That, like you say, that is going to be a name that you're going to be mentioning a lot in the next couple of years, Mark.
Well, the clock continues to run, 55 seconds left, and the Buckaroos have done this in both halves. Almost no clock awareness. And so now they've got 5 receivers in the pattern. Knudsen, he's got 3rd and 5.
If I was Dakota Young, I would drop deep and not let anything. Oh, it's going deep right back there. And he makes a great catch.
And he gets out of bounds, I believe, at the 6-yard line. Receiver was Talon Black.
The clock's still running because of the mercy rule. And actually, once it hits 35, they have to get within about 20 to stop the clock from running. Oh, they did stop it. So, timeout there.
So timeout on the field, 20 seconds left on the clock. We're going to go ahead and stay here. I want to thank all of the sponsors that have helped us this game and all season long here on VTV Channel 6. L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional, Moon Lake Electric, Savage Trucking, Utah State University, Robinson Dental, and Cowan's Cafe, helping us bring this playoff action. VTV6 will be with the Eagles if they make it to Weber State. The game will not stream live, but it will be rebroadcast within 24 hours after the game, so you can see that game if they make it to the state championship. With 20 seconds left here on our season, I wanted to make sure everyone knew who our sponsors were
and just thank them. Like I said, people in Missouri, I think I have an aunt actually in California that's watching the game. So, VTV's getting out there, and such a great production that they put on. And he's going to roll out.
Knudsen has a man open, underthrows him. And boy, and it almost was picked off.
Should have been there, and that's going to be the game right there.
So
4 seconds.
There's 4 seconds left. Can they get a ball snapped off? And they get it and spike it. And what do we
have here? Did they get it or no? It looks to me like they're going to walk off the field.
So they don't get it. And so the Eagles move on into the semifinals. And do we know who the opponent is yet?
I do not know yet. It will be the winner out of Milford and Layton Christian, who Duchesne has beat both of those teams throughout the year. Milford is actually the dark horse, I think, in this. So the winner out of them, we're not sure. But next week at Weber State, Duchesne will take on the winner of that game.
Indeed, indeed. So let's go to the L&L Motor replay highlights of today's game. And, this is all Eagles right here. We're going to go back to the first half. It's a Skews run, 6 yards, and he's 3 yards deep before there's even contact made. And here's a throw that
should have been. It should have been caught. Giles probably should have caught that ball.
And Black returns it all the way down to the 26, 23-yard line of the Eagles. And then here's a pass that's up in the air and
picked off by Mortensen on this one.
And Mortensen.
And then the next one is when Grail picks it off just before the end of the half, which turned the tide of this game. And then the run was coming up by Skews. The scramble, which is a great scramble. I loved it. I'm going to talk to him about this afterwards. Go out of bounds, man. Stop the clock.
Look at him. He's like, nope, I'm going to meet this guy. I'm going to make contact, and he's down. And then it's
the Tebow-esque pass to Giles.
Wow.
And this is the one that we missed when we were looking down.
Goes in for 2 yards, and then maybe an audible skews on the quarterback
play,
keeper.
I think. And here's that other interception. Just playing smart ball. Polson on that interception.
Yeah, we had, here it is.
Grail.
And watch this speed. You think that Black is going to get him, and no. I mean, Polson just turns it on, and he's gone. Excuse me, Grail. And then there's a big pass play.
Just got behind the defense on that one.
And the game was well in hand by that point. And then looking,
Number
throws.
7 just cuts up under the defense.
And watch Hedlund do the rest, making guys miss and then going through the tackles for the touchdown. So the Eagles move on in the state playoffs. They'll be at Weber State next week. I want to thank the Buckaroos who tuned in to watch tonight's game.
And we wish them safe trip home. Hope their bus runs well. That's a long drive to get back. Hope they make it back safely. And remember to go to Facebook Live for an interview with Coach Cowan afterwards.
Yeah, we'll be there in just a few minutes.
Mr. Intensity.
Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight and all season long. For VTV6, Mark Mason and Kurt Skews. Good night, everybody.